Hi friends, I am coming to you today, obviously through video instead of typing through my words. I wanted to make this week's post a little more personal after talking about judgment and emotions last week. I wanted to have the goal of today's post to be sharing some basic mindfulness techniques that you can hear and throw into your back pocket to have with you anytime you may need it. Mainly because there's a lot of judgment in this world, as I shared last week. Judgment from other people, your own self-judgment based off of what you're experiencing, and all of these techniques that I will share with you are ones that you can practice that really help validate you and show yourself a sense of compassion. This past year has really been taxing on all of us. It's been taxing on people's mental health and emotional health specifically, and especially with this being the year anniversary of COVID happening, us needing to go into quarantine and all the stress and overwhelm that came with that. I think we were reminded once again that there are a lot of things in life that are out of our control. And as troubling and as frustrating as that is to hear and to recognize, there are also a lot of things that are in our control. And through these techniques that I'm going to share with you guys today, my hope is that you will be able to use them and realize what is in your control. The first mindfulness technique that I have for you guys is my all-time favorite one that I use in all of my trainings, groups that I do, and do it with most, if not all, of my counseling clients. And I just call them mindful check-ins. So a couple posts ago, I shared with you guys my physical sensations list. That is the basis of what we use for this technique. You use the physical sensations list, either print it out, have it with you, purse, planner, notebook, journal, or you can always take a screenshot of it on your phone and just have it saved in your files on your phone. If by chance you still are struggling with it, shoot me an email and I will email you a PDF of it. So you have your physical sensations list with you, and what you do is you take the list out at least 2 times a day, preferably 3-4 times throughout the day, and you just stop, look at the list, check inward, and see how you're feeling. And what that'll do for you is, number one, help you stop and be more mindful and take a break throughout your day, which we all need. Number two, it's going to teach you, like I just said, how to identify your emotions. And by stopping and bringing more intention in the moment and learning how to identify your emotions, what you're going to be doing is teaching your brain what that emotion feels like, so then you can identify it in other situations. The second technique that I have for you guys is simply just mindful breathing. So we're going to start by having one hand on our chest, one hand on our stomach. And what you're going to do is breathe in through your nose, expand your stomach, and then exhale out through your mouth, and then contract your stomach. I will walk you through how to do it, but first, what I want to explain, I know it feels a little weird at first, putting a hand on your chest and your stomach, and it's not something that we typically do, but the physical touch is very beneficial. So the example I always use is if you think of infants, if you think of babies, when they're young and they're crying or they're fussy and they, just aren't feeling great, they cry. What do the adults do in their life? They pick them up, they rub their back, they pat their back, put the head on the chest, and that physical touch is what helps soothe the baby, helps calm the baby down. So just because we're adults, just because we're older, doesn't mean that has stopped working. We still, as human beings, like that physical touch because it helps to calm us down. It helps to soothe us. So you pair that physical touch with the breathing that naturally releases endorphins and oxytocin and serotonin and dopamine throughout our body. It creates a very calming effect. So that's why I like to pair the two together. So right now, I want you to do this with me. Hand on your chest, hand on your stomach. You breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose, expanding your stomach. And slowly back out through your mouth. One more time. In through your nose. And slowly out through your mouth when you're ready. If you're experiencing increased emotion, so anxiety or stress, I want you to pair with that breathing and that physical touch, saying either out loud or in your head, I am okay, I am safe. I am okay, I am safe. On repeat. You could say one of those or you could say both of those in conjunction. But when we get into that heightened emotion, our brain and our body's going into fight or flight, which means our brain thinks there's a threat, which means there's more adrenaline, there's more cortisol, there's more anxiety, there's more stress that's happening. So if you literally tell your brain, I am safe, your brain will calm itself back down, therefore calming down the emotion. Because your brain needs to know you're not being chased by a lion right now. There's nothing that is going to harm you in your immediate future. There's nothing that's happening. Your brain thinks that there is, but there's not. With the mindful check-ins and with the hand over heart breathing, I always tell people, if you want to be proactive and you're going to do it, throughout your day, please, please, please use visuals, use reminders, set a timer on your phone or set an alarm on your phone, put a post-it note by your laptop, by your on your desk, wherever you are. Maybe you want to do it first thing in the morning or at nighttime. Slap a post-it note on your nightstand. You need the visual reminders and the visual cues in order to do this, because your brain is not used to doing it. It's like a habit. Your brain needs to learn the habit. The last skill that I have for you guys comes from an author that I have read many of her books. Her name's Gabrielle Bernstein, and this pairs a mantra with physical touch. And I like this one a lot because it helps to get us out of negative thought loops. I recommend this a lot to clients and use it for myself when you have that really heightened anxiety, the worry, stress, and you feel like you're going down the rabbit hole of thoughts and you are worrying about 5 bajillion things at one time. And this helps you to reframe your thinking, to get out of the spiral. So what the touch is, you will take thumb and bring your thumb to your index finger, thumb to your middle finger, thumb to your ring finger, thumb to your pinky. And every time you touch a finger, you're saying a word of the mantra. So the mantra is, and pairing it together, peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. The physical touch, again, is a good thing because it helps to calm our nervous system, but pairing it, the touch with the mantra makes it a little more effective, because you're saying something, so you have to think about it, but then you're also pairing it with a touch, which is grounding. Like I said in the beginning, if we've learned anything over the past year, there's a lot that's out of our control in this world, and these skills are something that you can control. And when we focus on what we can control, we feel a sense of power and control over our life again. And that's what I think helps us to feel better, helps us to build more confidence, and especially build confidence in ourselves that we can manage these emotions when they come up. Please share this with anyone that you feel may need it. My goal with these posts is to just share free information. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a good rest of your week. And I will talk to you again next week. Bye.